Alright, jumping into this first card, we've got Blue Eyes Infinity Magician, which is a level 8 fusion of DM and Blue Eyes. We love to see it. This card cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects. Holy shit, its attack stat is massive. Cannot be destroyed by card effects or targeted once per turn during main phase. Send a monster that lists the above fusion materials from deck. During main phase, you can send one monster that lists the above fusion materials from deck to grave. This card gains attack equal to the send monster's attack. Then if it was DM or Blue Eyes, you can destroy cards on the field up to the number of in your graveyard. Alright, that's worded a little rough, but I get the gist. You can send an additional DM or Blue Eyes as part of the main phase effect, whichever you've used for the fusion summon, I suppose. Or maybe it doesn't even have to specify. And then you can just pop cards on the field. You gain the attack as well, which is kind of crazy because you're already at 4,500 attack. Like, you don't even need it at that point. Once per turn, your opponent activates a card or effect. Quick effect, you can reduce this card's attack by 1,000. Here it is. If you do negate that effect or banish that card, and if you do, you can special either one DM or one Blue Eyes from deck or grave. Interesting. The attack changes from both effects remain until the end of the turn. I think they'd have to be permanent. I think they'd have to be permanent. Or at least the reduction would have to be permanent. Or this is way too high attack. Anyway. Dark Sage as a rank 7. Beautiful. I love to see it. 2 level 7 spellcasters. Yeah, fine. I'd make it just not spellcasters, but it's fine. It's more on theme. XY this by using a DM or immediately after applying the effective Time Wizard, in which you called the coin toss. Right, let's go. This card's XY this. Someone add a spell from deck to hand that list. Great, so it's Dark Sage, but you don't have to main deck it. That's it. Perfect. Love to see it. Fusion of Dark Magic. Fusion summon a DM from extra that list DM or DMG. Yep, sending material from deck hand field. Field to grave. Then you can banish cards your opponent controls up the number of DMGs using material. That's big, so quick play. Good for going second too. If you control either DM or DMG, your opponent cannot respond to this card's activation. Big. We love to see it. Salvation just remade. So this Salvation says when this card is activated, you can set Eternal Soul directly from deck. Once per turn, add up to 2 cards that list DM in its text from deck, grave to hand. Place 1 from hand on top of deck. Okay, that's pretty good. Pretty cracked. Pretty broken. If you normal special DM or DMG, you can target one of those monsters, special summon the other, and then it gains 2,500 attack and defense. Yeah, that's cool. I would still make this hand deck grave. I don't know why it's just grave. It's so stupid. But yeah, the first effect's pretty broken, or the second effect, I should say, is pretty broken, where you get to add 2 cards. But hey, who am I to judge? Souls? What have you done to Souls? Send 2 spell traps from hand to field to grave. Draw that many. You can only activate the effect if you have DM or DMG in your field or grave. Well, yeah, we know that's not going to happen. If this card is in your hand, you can send one level 6 or higher to the grave, then activate one of these effects. Special this and this to the grave. Okay, it's just Souls, but with restrictions. Master of Chaos, you've just made it a quick effect, right? Yeah, you've made the banish quick effect. Yep, easy. A Palladium Tablet of Destiny. 1 spellcaster. You can also link this using DM or DMG from hand. Beautiful, that fixes a lot of things. This card is a link summon using monsters that is or lists Dark Magician. You can add 1 card that lists Dark Magician to your hand from your deck, graveyard, or banish zone. Oh, really good banish zone too. If Dark Magician is in your hand, you can reveal it, and if you do, add 1 card that lists Dark Magician in its decks from deck, graveyard, banish zone, hand. Big thank to Roberto Mario. These cards are pretty sick. So when a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated while you control a monster that is or lists DM in text, negate the activation. If you do, shuffle that card in the deck, and if you control the Dark Magician, you activate this from hand. Oh, making the Dark Magicians more viable. I like it. Also, Dark Magicians cannot be destroyed by card effects. I hate that this shit pops up all the time. I'm terribly sorry to everyone who has to deal with that. If you normal special Dark Magician while this card's in grave, set it to field, but shuffle it into the deck when it leaves. Awesome, I dig that too. Alright, new Dark Magicians is going to identify as DM and DMG on the field. Yes, beautiful. That's literally all it needs to do. Beautiful. Anatomize that hopefully doesn't suck. Reveal a spellcast that lists DM or a spell trap that lists DM. Fusion summon from hand or field. Great. If your opponent targets a card you control, the card effect special this card from hand or grave if you do negate the effect. Great. That's all Tamize had to be. Look, 0 stats, that's fine. Honestly, 0 stats, level 7, dark. Beautiful. Honestly, fixed a lot of the archetype. Good stuff. Love to see it. Thank you, Mario. The Vengeful one. Yo, dude, here are my submissions. Shout out to Alan Mac 95. He has a lot of good DM art and new cards. Thank you, Alan Mac. And yeah, let's have a look. Got the Chaos Dark Magician Link 1. Lots of stats. Spellcast that mentions DM. Once per turn during main phase, you can send one spell trap to the graveyard that mentions Dark Magician. Add one monster that is Dark Magician or mentions Dark Magician in its card decks, or send a monster that is Dark Magician or mention Dark Magician in its card decks. Add one spell trap that mentions Dark Magician. Let me see if I understand this. You send a spell trap to grave that mentions DM, and then add a monster. Or you can send a monster and add a spell trap. That's good. Very flexible. Very flexible. Good. Dark Magical Archives continuous spell. When this card is activated, add one spell card that mentions DM. One spell card, so that's your Soul Serving, your Circle. It's pretty good so far. I guess any of the fusion spells that we potentially get. This card can only special. You can only special summon monsters that mention DM that's only activate this card. Yeah, great. During your opponent's turn, if you activate. Oh, I mean that locks you out of like Dark and Links. Maybe that is a bit weird, bit too restrictive to just add a spell, but sure. Let's keep going. During the opponent's turn, if you activate a spell trap or an effect that mentions Dark Magician, you can give that card this additional effect. Target one face-up card your opponent controls, negate its effect. Okay. Interesting. Probably a realistic spell as well. Oh, El Cato. Hell yeah. I see El Cato all the time in the Discord and also in my YouTube comments. DM Fusion. We love to see it. Fusion, summon 2 fusion monster. Fusion summon 2 fusion monster that lists DM or DMG as material using monsters from hand, deck, field, grave. Then its name becomes Dark Magician or Dark Magician go while on the field, depending on which materials were sent by the effect. Interesting. You cannot normal. Does that mean it can be both if you send both? Because that's pretty cool. So if you send DM and DMG, your Dark Magicians will identify as both. That's kind of good. You cannot normal or special except Dark Magicians. Nice, so it's ref. Woohoo! DM Searcher, and ironically it's a fusion. DM and a Spellcaster. Must be fusion summon or special summon by triggering a Spellcaster that mentions DM in its text. Or banish it from grave. Wow, that's insane. That's crazy. You can't summon monsters for the rest of the turn except monsters that mention Dark Magician. If this card is special summon, add a card that mentions Dark Magician. This is insanely good. Well, can I just Magician Souls out DM, banish soul summon this? Like, what? Cracked. DMG retrain, but it's a rank 7. 2 level 7s. You can also exceed this by using a face-up DMG. There you go. Great. You controls material. This card's name becomes DMG all on field or grave. That's really good. If this card is special summon, attach one card from graveyard to it as material. Interesting. Where are we going with this? Once per turn, you can attach a material, place one card that mentions Dark Magician, spell trap from your hand, deck, or grave face up in the spell trap zone. Okay. During your main phase, you can special one spellcast monster from your hand or grave. Monsters you control cannot be destroyed or banished by card effects. Interesting. DM's Ritual. You can ritual summon a level 7 ritual chaos spellcaster monster from your hand, deck, or grave by sending one Dark Magician or a level 7 monster that mentions it in its text. If the ritual monster was not summoned using Dark Magician as material, destroy it during the opponent's end phase. You cannot normal or special monsters except monsters that mention DM in its text for the rest of the turn. If this card's engraved, banish this card, add it to hand, or shuffle back into the deck Dark Magician or one card that mentions it. That's really good. This doesn't support Chaos Max though, which is a little cringe, but that's alright. I'm sure you're just supporting the Magician of Chaos, which is a really good card which could kind of replace Vanilla DM almost. So yeah, no, I dig that. That's really cool. Thank you, El Cato. These cards are beautiful as well. Very nice arts. Yeah, we got Charlie Street Loud over here. I don't know if that's how you say that. I hope so. Eternal Heart and Soul. I love that. That's really cool. Every Dark Magician in your monster zone is unaffected by your opponent's card effects. So Eternal Soul 2. If this face-up card is sent from spell trap to grave, destroy all Dark Magicians you control. That's a lot better than your whole board. So yep. Yeah, once per turn you can use one of these effects. Add a summon DM from hand or grave, or add to your hand a spell trap that lists DM. Great. That's perfect. Eternal Soul Retrain. I have Timaeus. Continuous quick play spell. If you control Dark Magician, I think it's Yugioh's Timaeus. If you control Dark Magician or DMG, special summon any monster from your deck that is listed as material for a fusion monster, then you can fusion summon a monster from extract using monsters you control's fusion material. If the fusion summon monster is destroyed while in the owner's possession, set this card from grave. And it's quick play. Okay, interesting. Magic Rabbit. Oh god, we got the waifu tax coming out. Tuna level 3. Okay, if you control level 6 or higher spellcaster, summon this card from hand or grave. That's actually pretty good. If you control Dark Magician, you can special summon this card from your deck in defense mode. That's cracked. Okay, this card is busted. And I'm not just talking about these. If this card is sent to the graveyard as material for fusion, exile, or synchro, spellcaster monsters you control cannot be destroyed. Sorry, cannot be targeted with card effects. Also, they cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effects until the end of the turn. Interesting. I don't know. Well, we can go on a flow with this. That's all we need to do, really. Kid Dark Magician. This is a level 4. If this card is normal or special, you can send one level 6 or higher spellcaster from your deck to graveyard. This card's name becomes that. Oh, this card's name becomes Dark Magician, and this card's level is increased by half of the level of the monster sent to the graveyard. That is weird. What if you send a level 3? Do you get a level and a half? If this card is used as material for fusion, exile, synchro, add TM on spell trap that lists DM. Interesting. So this is meant to be like a card that can be DM instead of DM, but it's also very weird. Interesting takes. I think my favorite here was the Heart and Soul. Yeah, Heart and Soul, for sure. And there's also a Palladium Link 1. Card is link summon, banish a spellcaster monster from field or grave, special monster that mentions DM and DM genius text. This card is send to grave, place one, my heart on top of the deck. Shoot main phase, banish this card from grave, draw one. That's kind of cool, actually. That's kind of cool. Alright, we got Christian. Christian sending a bunch of cards. So let's go have a read. We've got Pure Dark Magic Chaos. It says target a Dark Magician or level 8 spellcaster you control for the rest of the turn, and while you control the targeted monster, cards that in your opponent's possession that would be sent to the grave or banished face up are banished face down instead. Cards banished by this effect become banished face up during the end of the turn. This I don't know what this is meant to do. Like, seems kind of useless right now. Anyway, let's look at OG Timaeus. Must first be special summoned by setting Eye of Timaeus and one spellcaster monster from field to grave. Interesting. So it's a bit generic. You can just send them from field to grave. Like, I can set Timaeus and just send it. If this card is special summon, you can send one Dark Magician monster from your hand or deck to the grave. Special summon one Dark Magician monster from your deck or grave. Banish this card you control or in your grave. Set Eye of Timaeus directly from deck or graveyard. I'm sure there's some cracked combos with this. This one's pretty good. Dark Magic Rejuvenation. You can target a spell trap card that mentions Dark Magician that is banished or in your grave. I like banished. I like to see it. Add it to your hand. If this card is sent to the grave to activate the effect of a monster that mentions Dark Magician or Dark Magician Go, you can set this card. Send to the grave to activate the effect of a monster. So like Magician Souls. Pretty good. Pretty good then. Dark Magical Mirror. When your opponent activates a card effect while you control DM or DG, apply one of these effects. If that card or effect targeted exactly one card, change that target to another appropriate target. That could get risky, but that's very anime. I like it. Or negate that card and effect, then apply it as if you activated it. Okay, no, that's good. You get the option. That's really cool. You can be like MST, and you can be like, no you, and just MST the MST. It's dumb, but I like it. Magician's Aid. Rank 6. You can also exile this by using a level 6 monster you control that mentions DM or DMG as material. Quick effect, detach a material from this card. Set a spell trap that mentions Dark Magician directly from the deck. Then if it was a trap quick play, you can activate it. Yeah, nice. The best thing about this is you can just use one DMG you control. Yeah, no, that's really good actually. Thank you, Christian. That is poggers. Let's have a look at Mitch's submission. He can't draw? No, this looks incredible. Alright, thank you to the G'day boys. G'day boys have got Timaeus chillin'. And Secrets of Dark Magic Rod. So we've got a link 1 here, Palladium Magicians. Palladium is always good. This card's name becomes DM while on the field. That's big. There's already a 2-draw with Soul Servant then. This card is a link summon with a monster that specifically lists Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl. Add Eye of Timaeus or Secrets of Dark Magic from deck or grave to hand. Okay, so this card is like one card Timaeus, but only off Magician Souls, right? Interesting. The artwork's the best, obviously. Best part. I love to see it. Sorry to this person. I have no idea how to say your name, but these links do not work. They just take me to normal dueling book. So big sorry. We're looking at Chadi Farah. We've got Dark Magician of Tomorrow, which is kind of like another Sage. DM and one effect monster with 500 or less attack. Okay, so very time wizardy. This card's name becomes DM while on field or grave. That's great. Once per turn, quick effect, discard a card. Activate a spell or trap from hand or deck. Crazy. If this card is destroyed by battle or leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect, special one Dark Spellcaster from hand or grave. That's really good. I love it. Oh, Dark Flare and Dark Sage. I'm loving it. Unaffected by other card effects. Once per turn, start of the damage step, this card battles an opponent's monster. Banish all cards your opponent controls. Holy crap. During the end phase of the turn, this card attacked or was attacked. Banish this card and special summon 2 monsters from your grave. Awesome. That actually is a really nice retrain. Bond between Master and Servants. Send a level 6 or higher spellcaster from deck to grave. Then you can add a spell trap from deck to your hand that lists the card Dark Magician in its text. That's pretty good so far. During the main phase, you can banish this card from your grave. Special summon 1 Dark Spellcaster. Monster from hand or grave. Okay, that's really nice. Solid cards all round. And we got Dark Magician of Sorcery here. A giant fusion. This is what, a 9-star fusion. Dark Magician and 1 level 6 higher spellcaster. This is like the card from the movie, but remade into a fusion. Very cool. I like all these remakes, these retrains. Quick effect, you can negate the activation of a spell trap card and destroy it by banishing the top card of your deck. Huge. Is that not once per turn? No, that's awesome. So all spell and traps, you just go negate, negate, negate. When this card battles an opponent's monster, that monster's attack and defense change to 0. Wow, that's good. And like, while it's broken, it doesn't have protection outside of it negating everything. So like, I feel like this could be like, it loses to Droplet, right? Like, I feel like it's not even that broken, but it's like Dragoon level of like useful. So that's really, really good way to balance that by not having protection on it, really. Good stuff. All right, we got Tamaya's screenshot from the anime here. I don't know how to say this name. Igleson? I think. Anyway, thank you to them for these. We've got, Dark Magician hat. I want to see the hat. Gib hat. Tamaya's the Palladium Dragon. Well, it's a Palladium that's already big. 2 monsters that mention DM with different names. Nice. This card is Link Summoned. Quick effect. You can tribute this card. Fusion summon a fusion monster that lists Dark Magician from extra deck using monsters from hand deck field. If you do, its name becomes Dark Magician. You can't activate this effect the turn you have. Okay, nice. So it just locks you into fusion. What's cracked about this is you can chain Gamma. You can be like, tribute this, effect to fuse. You're probably going to be like, I don't know, interruption. You can be like, Gamma, no, piss off. Cracked. I guess you can also get called by the grave, which is pretty bad. But that's alright. What are the arrows? Up and down. Bit weird, but that's fine. Dark Magician hat. Let's go. One level 3, by the way. Singular. So it's a Link 1 is what you're telling me. So you make it off Rod. Detach material to set to the field a spell trap that specifically lists Dark Magician. The spell trap set by this effect can be activated this turn. If this card's in grave, quick effect, banish this card and add 1 spell counter to a card you control. What cards do we have with spell counters? A card with a spell counter would be destroyed or removed from the field, while you control another spell monster, remove 1 spell counter from that card instead. So that's an on-field effect that probably won't come up, that's alright. Circle of the Darkest Magics. The Darkest Magics. When this card is activated, look at top 3, then you can reveal a Dark Magician on 1 card that lists Dark Magician in its text. Among them, add it to hand. Great, better circle. You can also place the remaining cards on top of deck in any order. If Dark Magician is normal or special, summon to the field. Target 1 card your opponent controls. Banish it. Nice. If you control a circle of Darkest Magics or a Dark Magical Circle, and a card that specifically lists the card Dark Magician in its text, would be destroyed or removed from the field. Okay, by an opponent's card effect. Quick effect, discard this card and negate the effect, and if you do, destroy that card. Interesting. So it's like a circle, but it also protects circles and itself. The Dark Magician Link 3. 2 effect monsters including level 7 or higher. This is going to be a hard one to read. A monster that was specifically... Alright, I'm gonna have to go into paint for this one. Alright. Wow, this does not help. A monster that specifically lists Dark Magician can now be considered a level 7 or higher spellcaster for summoning this monster. Oh, okay, so 2 effect ones including level 7 or higher, but anything that lists DM can be used. Yep, nice. This card's name becomes DM while on field or grave. Great. You can activate one of the following effects each turn. Quick effective spell traps activated. Banish 1 card your opponent controls. At the beginning of the battle phase, you can banish 1 card from your graveyard. Add 1 card your opponent controls to your opponent's hand. Add 1 card your opponent controls. So just return to hand. There's a better way to word that, but anyway. If this card is destroyed, ritual summon a ritual monster that lists DM from here. What? That's crazy. This is awesome. I like that Link 3s like can be a little busted though. Like this still doesn't. This feels kind of balanced to be honest. Dark Magic Boy is a Link 1. Did we already have a... No, we had a Link 2. So we have 3 links here. If this card Link summons, send a monster or spell that lists DM to grave. That's great. If this card's in grave and your opponent activates a monster or effect that would destroy 1 card that lists DM, quick effect banish if you negate that effect, you destroy that card. So kind of like Balinks. Doesn't have to negate, but that's cool too. Mahad the Palladium. I mean, we do already have that, but maybe it's a better one. You can send a DM from field, hand, deck to grave, and summon this card. When this card is summoned, you can send one spell trap that lists DM to the grave. That's good. If this card is sent to the grave, so sent to the grave, you can special summon a Dark Magician from your deck to the field. If you do, it cannot be destroyed by battle, and it's also unaffected by opponent's card. I like that because you can just sit on a DM and not die to your opponent. It's very anime. The Dark Magician's Union, DM and DMG. Fusion summon with the above material. Alright, this is another one where I'm just going to have to go to paint, even though this is going to be hard to read. Must be fusion summon with the above materials. You can send materials of this card from hand or field to grave and fusion summon this card. You do not use poly. That's pretty good then. Contact fuse. This card is fusion summon. You can add to your hand one card that lists Dark Magician. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. If a spell trap you control will be destroyed or removed from the field by card effect, quick effect, send a card you control or from hand to the grave to get the effect. Nice. If Dark Magician is normal or special summon to your field, you can target one card your opponent controls, banish it. So this is good as protection, and it identifies as both DM and DMG. Am I wrong? Does it identify as DM and DMG? No, sorry, it just contact fuses into them. Sorry, contact fuses into them, which is nice. You get to add a DM card, and then you've got protection, and you've got like another circle trigger. So it's pretty good. Still doesn't identify as both of them, which is pretty weird, but sure. Illusory Magic Realm. So if you control no monsters, you can special 2 Dark Magician tokens, which are level 7s with 2100 defense, 0 attack in defense mode. They cannot be tributed or used as material for Synchro, Exe, or Link, other than for summoning monsters that list Dark Magician. If a spell trap card that specifically lists Dark Magician would be destroyed or removed from the field by a card or effect, banish a Dark Spellcaster or card that lists DM from hand, field, grave, negate the effect if you do destroy that card. If this card is in your grave, quick effect, you can set it to your field, or you can set in your field a spell trap that specifically lists Dark Magician. You can activate spell trap cards set by this effect the turn that was set. Okay, that's pretty good. The tokens is an interesting take. Tokens on the field spells is an interesting take. Like you can just brick on all DM spell traps to be like, oh, we're fine. Just summon some tokens. Make some links. We're good. Wow, there was some good cards, actually. Interesting takes on the deck. A little different, but I like it. I like it. Alright, we've got Kevin Kolbeck up next. We've got the Chaos Magician, a level 7. Special summon this card when you control one monster that lists DM. When this card is summoned, you can add up to 2 cards that list Dark Magician from deck, grave, or banish zone. When Dark Magician is summoned, you can destroy 1 card on the field. I don't know how much we play more main deck boss monsters, but that's cool. The Dark Soul. Every Dark Magician on the field and in the graveyard is unaffected by opponent's card effects. By opponent's effects, sorry. When this card leaves the field because of opponent's effect, you can special 1 monster from extra deck that lists Dark Magician, ignoring summoning conditions. That's crazy. Holy shit. You can only use the following effects on special DM from hand, deck, grave, or banish zone. Search 1 card. Okay, so it's just way cracked Eternal Soul. And new circle. When this card's activated, look at top 3. Interesting, no one went to like top 5 or anything. I would have gone to top 5, but that's fine. Look at top 3 and any card that lists DM and any card that lists DM in text or name. I think it's going to say and add any card that lists DM in its text or name. When Dark Magician is summoned, you can banish one card your opponent control on your opponent's field. When this card leaves the field, you can add 1 card that mentions Dark Magician from deck, grave, or banish zone. Crack. So there's better versions of all the cards with like a bit more recursion. The Lightning Eye of Timaeus. Fusion summon 1 monster that lists, I like the artwork. Fusion summon 1 monster that lists DM. You can use monsters from deck, hand, field, or banish zone. In the turn you activate this, you cannot summon anything except DM. Cool. I dig it. Ref gang. Thank you, Kevin DM. That was poggers. We got another Kevin. We love to see it. Dark Magic, an equip spell. Equip only DM or DMG. The equip monster gains attack equal to the opposing monster that it attacks. So Moon Mirror Shield. When this card, well, not Moon Mirror Shield, but you get what I mean. When this card is sent from field to grave, you can put 1 monster card in the grave that mentions DM in your hand besides DM or DMG. Interesting. I don't know. Equip spell's kind of bad. Dark Magic Hope. Shuffle all face down banish cards back in the deck, and then banish 1 DMG from deck face down. What? Is the rest of the support gonna like deal with this? Dark Magic Ritual, the Funko Pop. Ritual summon any chaos monster from the hand or deck by sending Dark Magician monster or monsters that mention Dark Magician. Equal greater to its level, okay. Dark Magic Whisper. We've seen this art 3 times today. Let's go. Banish all monsters except monsters whose original names are DM, DMG. or the mentioned DM in its text. From opponent's extra deck, field, hand, grave face down. What the crap? This is way too busted. Your opponent can activate cards or effects this turn. Monsters that are under your opponent's control of your effects negated, attack and defense 0. This is like the most bonkers card. Dark Magic Trap. Why is there arse in this card? I'm gonna have to censor this. There's straight up arse on this card. Dark Magic Trap. Send one Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl or one Palladium monster to the graveyard from the field, hand, or deck. Negate the effect or activation of a card. Okay, it's the counter trap we need, just with an arse on it. Thank and good. Dark Magician's Library. When this card is activated, set or activate one spell or trap card from the deck that mentions Dark Magician or DMG in its text. When this card leaves the field, special DMG from hand, deck, grave. Okay, it's better than Salvation, but, you know, the bar's pretty low. Magician's Necklace. When this card's sent to the graveyard by an effect of a card that mentions DM in its text, draw 1. I don't see the point in this, but maybe you fuse. Dark Magical Fusion. Fusion summon a DM by... Fusion summon a fusion monster, rather, that has DM or DMG as material. Material used can come from deck, field, hand. Alright, pretty straightforward. It's got Dragoon on it, you know what to do. Summoning Circle. Pay half your LP, special summon DM from anywhere. If you're unable to summon DM, special DMG instead. It's like Summoning Curtain, but modern. I guess it's alright. The Dark Great Magi. He do be looking spooky. His name becomes DM while on field or in the grave. This card can be special summoned by sending Dark Magician, 1 Magician's Rod, 1 Souls, 1 Necklace, and 1 Robe from hand or deck to grave. Oh my, that's why the necklace. Okay. The turn this card is special summon from its own effect, banish all cards on the field except this card. Sure, blowout anime card, why not? The Ultimate Dark Magician, here we go. DM. Oh, look, a reason to play 3. It says Blue Eyes Ultimate, but the DM version. This card's name becomes Dark Magician while on the field or in the graveyard. Your opponent cannot activate any cards or effects to the response of this fusion summon. You can fusion summon this card by sending 3 monsters. That's nice, with DM in its text or name. That's broken. That means you can just go like Rod Soul's DM. From hand, field to grave. The turn this card's fusion summon, your opponent can activate spells or traps for the turn. Once per turn, quick effect. When a spell trap is activated, you can negate that card and banish it. Okay. Well, I like this and I love the art, so that's very, very cool. Alright, next up is Tom. We've got some Dark Magic Fusion. This is a Rush Duel card of Dark Magic attack. Very nice. Fusion summon 1 fusion monster that lists Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl's material using monsters from hand, deck, field as fusion material. If you do, the name becomes DM. So it's like Ref. You cannot special summon monsters except fusion monsters. The turn you activate this card. This card's in graveyard mode. Real 1, spellcast the monster from your hand. Return this card to the hand, then place 1 card from hand on top of the deck. Nice. That's really good. Really solid. Blue Eyes Light Paladin. Let's go. So we've just got DM and Blue Eyes or a dragon with 3k or more. Well, dragon or 3k or more actually means no Timaeus, and that's interesting. You literally kind of have to play Blue Eyes. Control of this card cannot switch. Cannot be destroyed by card effects. Neither player can target this card with card effects. Good start. And 3200. Nice. During the main phase, you can banish 1 card your opponent controls face down. That's pretty good. No burn, but very good. Very good control. You can use this effect the number of times up to the number of normal monsters used for the fusion summon. Nice, very Dragoon-esque, but Blue Eyes. Once per turn, when a card or effect is activated, quick effect, discard a card to get the activation. If you do, destroy that card. And if you do that, this card gains 25 attack until the end phase. That's a bit much, but okay. If this card, I mean, it means access code can't beat over you, right? That's good. If this card is destroyed by battle, you can special summon 1 Chronicle Magician from hand deck. Chronicle Magician, you bastard. You got into my epic extra boss monster. Alright, Magician Selection. Another trap. When a face-up, and I say another because we have Navi. When a face-up Dark Spellcaster type control is selected as attack, this is always bad. Selected as an attack target, like a Y. Negate the attack, then destroy 1 face-up monster opponent controls that has the lowest attack. Your choice if tied. Banish this card from grave. Place 1 continuous spell trap that lists DM from your deck face up when you feel. Okay, so that's the effect you'd actually use this for. Banish this from grave. Place the spell trap face up. P.S. Play 3 ref. Tom, you're a king. You know what? This card is the most realistic of the 3 you've got here. And you know what? The effect to place the continuous spell trap is actually really nuts. And it means like you can Magician Soul send these for draws. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe this would actually be really nice. I dig it. 3 solid cards. Love to see it. Thank you, Tom. Alright, we have Lavelle. who sent in a link 1. We've got Palladium Oracle High Priest, looking like your boy Mahad. One monster that lists DM or DMG. If this card is link summon, banish one spellcast the monster from field or grave. Special summon one monster that mentions DM or DMG in its text. If this card is sent to the grave, you can place one Mahad on top of the deck. During main phase, you can banish this card from your grave, draw one. Okay, cool. Not bad at all. Alright, Luigi. Your boy Luigi. We got some cards from your boy. Thank you, big Luigi. We love to see it. Oh. You did roast my DM locals from Top Card, which I really enjoyed.
Hey everyone, editing sick LOZA here. I found this.
Oh, cool.
That's
So this was your deck? Oh, that's so awesome that this was your deck as well. That is so epic. Branded DM's such a good deck too. Oh, this is when, yeah, you had the Edgem chain. This is like the early branded stuff where people were playing the Fright First stuff. I barely ever see the Fright First stuff anymore. It's kind of depressing. This build actually seemed really solid for the time. No, yeah, Mystic Mine as well. Wow. This build actually seems good. I'm guessing I said good things. Let's get into the Palladium Illusion. Oh, that's cool. It's the little spirit that Yami used to summon. Atem used to summon as it's like the DM before DM, really. That's really cool. Illusion Magician, I think his name is. This card is link summon using a monster as material that mentions DM. Your opponent cannot target with card effects. Oh, Impermanent Veiler Protection. This is also way too high attack-wise, but that's okay. During your main phase, quick effect, you can send one spell trap that mentions DM from hand or deck to grave. Place one card with a different name on top of your deck. From your deck, grave, or face up, banish. That is Dark Magician or mentions Dark Magician or girl in the text and draw one. Correct. That's sensational. That's really good. We've got Dark Star Magician, I'm gonna guess a 10-star synchro. People like their 10 stars in DM. 1 tuner monster plus 1 DM. For this card synchro, you can treat one monster you control that mentions DM as a tuner. Great. So that's kind of like the Chaos Angel Goddess card, but the DM version, and it's got the DM stats. This card gains 100. This card's name becomes DM while on the field or grave. This card gains 100 attack and defense for each face-up banish card. Interesting. You can banish your opponent's stuff, get attack. Once per turn, quick effect, you can banish one card from your hand to target a face-up spell trap on the field. That card is unaffected. So you can banish a card, which increases this thing's attack, but you can also protect Eternal Soul Circle. The only sucky thing is you only get to target one, but it's still good. It's still good. I really dig it. And its name being DM, oh, crazy. Looping this would be sensational. Thank you for the write-up as well. That's really cool.